join in on the fun and grab your glue gun. It's the Preppy Crafty Girl Show.
Hey everyone, it's Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and I am here for a very large haul, and this is going to be an installment of several future hauls. My sister came to visit from Myrtle Beach, and we thrifted our way across 4 states. So I've got a lot of stuff going on, and the beginning of this video, I'm just kind of showing you some staples that you can always pick up when you're going thrifting, and I say always look for them because you can always use Elmer's all-purpose glue stick, which is an awesome glue stick. And I found a box of these tags. They're smaller, but I still use them in all my crafting. And then I found this roll of poster paper, which would be great for stamping, for doing painty backgrounds. And I picked that up. I think that whole roll cost me $1, if that. Some other items that I picked up were these. Oh, well, wait a minute. This is a cute little patch that I had found in the bottom of a bin. And then some other things I got were these binder clips. If you're a book maker, journal maker, binder clips are always awesome to have in your stash because you can always use them. You can always cover them with colored, cardstock or washi tape to kind of decorate them, or you can paint them, spray paint them. These are a stack that I got for $1 of these slap bracelets, and no, I'm not going to wear them or give them out, but I do like to use them around my rolls of vinyl and around my rolls of gift wrap. So there were 48 in this box, and I did get it for $1, so I couldn't pass it up. I split the pack with my sister. I found this package of fun strawberry, I don't think it's old, strawberry ribbon. It is wired, but I pull the wire out and just use it like fabric. I know several of my friends are doing fruit journals and strawberry journals coming up in the future. I too have been collecting strawberry shortcake stuff for I don't even know how many years now. I've sold many kits of strawberry shortcake kits, and now I think I'm going to end up making one for myself, or maybe to sell in my shop. I'm not really sure. I found a really cute vintage book, and I thought about if I get the time, I'm definitely going to do it. But here I'm talking about how you can pull it out. I do have to do a voiceover because I was filming this and I don't know what happened. There was some kind of glitch with the sound, so I'm having to redo the audio. So I'm actually watching this again with you guys. I found these sugar bells at Ollie. We went to Ollie's in 2 locations, and I came across the sugar bell. I wish I had bought more so I could share them with my friends, but I did pick up 2 packages of them. They are the 4-ounce, so I have the bigger bottle that I use right now, but I think I'm going to enjoy using the smaller one better, so I'm going to transfer over my 3-in-1 glue over to that. My sister, I send my sister some money every now and then because she loves going thrifting. And so I sent her some money and she did some picking for me over in Myrtle Beach, and she found all this vintage ribbon. And so that was kind of exciting. During these videos, I'm going to show you several items that she picked for me over the past couple of months. And then she brought me a box of items, and I kind of have them all mixed in with these thrift hauls. But I'll mention the things that she picked up. I love these fabric ribbons. They were florist ribbons, and I just love them. I thought this one was really pretty with its lavender color. I know for all of you purple lovers, you'll enjoy that. And then there was this white ribbon, and it had a plastic cuff around it, which I thought was a great idea to keep the ribbon. Here I'm kind of struggling with this old tape that dried on there. But the ribbon ended up being really pretty. It's see-through, and it did not have wire in it. So it looks like it has wire in it. It did not have wire in it. But it was really dainty and pretty, and I thought maybe stamping on that might look kind of nice. I might have to get out my alcohol ink pads or stays on ink pads. This is a velvet ribbon, which I think is beautiful. I love this color. It's like a sagey color. It's so pretty, very vintage looking. I came across this stationery kit, and to my surprise, inside was this Holly Hobby card, and I'm like, what? And then it had these really cute envelopes. But the really neat thing about this card is that that's an iron-on. So it was like a little gift, and then it came with this iron-on decal. And I think because I'm working on finishing up my Prairie Girl journals, Holly Hobby journals, this is going to find its way as an addition into one of those. These are really sweet envelopes that I found. There were no cards, and I picked those up in this stationery pack also. Then there's this, I try to always pick up the vintage, I'm a sucker for vintage stationery and office supplies, and I love the matching floral. It's so pretty and very dainty. They're going to be perfect for spring, Mother's Day, gardening, all kinds of ideas. And I even like the container that it came in. I need to repurpose that. Oh my, so I can't even tell you how much fabric that I got on this trip. Do I need fabric? Absolutely not. However, when I can find it for a really good price, and I know that it's vintage, and if it's something that I'm going to get ready to work on, then I will grab it also. That is very shabby chic, and this one has strawberries on it, so I did get a few pieces of this fabric. It's like a chintz, I think. It's definitely a decorator fabric, but I love the moodiness of the colors and the strawberries on there. This is a vintage Waverly print, which I found very pretty. I thought it'd be perfect for a summer journal. You know, it has that, I think there were crabs on there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there were some crabs, and really, really pretty colors. I love those colors for summer. You know me, I love blues and aquas, any shade of blue. This is a blue ticking, which I'm getting ready to work on a journal for January, and it has a French kind of a theme to it, using some toiles and things like that. So this is such a happy print. It was a little scrap, but I think it's a perfect size to use as a binding. And also this one, this little heart, pink hearts. I don't have a lot of Valentine's Day fabric anymore. I've made so many Valentine kits over the years that I depleted that. So when I can pick up some, I will pick some up. This is a cute little gingham, purple gingham ribbon. And then here's a grosgrain ribbon. If I find grosgrain ribbon, I grab it. It's all about the prep, girls. We used to make belts out of them, tie them in our hair, put them around our neck, collars, and make bows on our shirts and stuff like that. So if you're a grosgrain girl, hands up. And that's another gingham green. It was a weird shape. I don't know, somebody was trying to make something out of it, but I picked it up because it's green gingham. It's gingham. This fabric is this cocoa brown and a black, and it has like a velvet. That black looking lace is actually like a velvet or velveteen on this thin, I don't know if you can tell, but it has striped. It was probably for a blouse back in the 70s, and very boho, really cool fabric. I love it. This is a Cranston print, Christmas print. And, oh no, wait, I don't think it was Cranston. To be honest, I actually, oh, it's right there. I think you can read it. I can't read it on my screen, so. But I picked that up. I don't have a lot of vintage Christmas fabric, so I did pick that up. Oh my goodness, I hit the napkin lottery. Some of these I have shown, this one I have shown in the past, but I think that's the only one. I separated out all of my napkins, and I love to decoupage with napkins as well as many junk journalers do. And so I set these aside because I think I'm going to have a live sale soon. I'll make an announcement for several items that I thrifted along the way that I have multiples of, and napkins are one of them. And I don't know, tell me in the comments below, would you like to see them come one at a time where you pay for one? Or do you want to see lots of mixed ones where I do like a mixed lot napkin thing? Themes like florals or fruits and flower, or I said flowers, but birds and insects and things like that, because I have so many napkins. And I thought these were so cute. I don't think they're old. I know they're not old, probably from, you know, Home Goods or something, but strawberries, I have several friends, like I said, doing strawberry journals, and I have one coming up next year. So for the summer, I love florals. I love bunnies. I used to have a bunny. His name was Marcel I named him after the monkey from Friends, if you guys remember the monkey. Uh, yeah, so I miss Marcel. He was a sweet little bunny. He thought he was a cat because he was raised as a baby with a kitten. And so he would lay on his back and let me rub his belly, which is very unusual for a rabbit. So he was really sweet. Come when you call him. Very sweet rabbit. Here's another bunny one. And then this one I thought was really pretty. It has this border, but then on the other side it has this really cool kind of paisley. I have lots of the sunflower brights, a whole stack of them. Perfect for your gardening journals, summer journals. Even if you are doing the Prairie Girl journals, it's a good one. I love these marble ones. However, it only had the pattern on that front, but still totally usable. Even when it doesn't have the pattern on the back, you can stamp on that side and then decoupage it. So it's a great way to use up the white parts of your napkins. More sunflowers. These were really cool. These were like bandana napkins. I thought those were pretty patterned. Coarse blue. I love blue. And then now we're getting into like cocktail size. And then I guess they call these like guest napkins. Poinsettias for Christmas. Do you say poinsettia or poinsettia? I'm on team poinsettia. These are very moody. Then there's these, I don't know if that's a moth or a butterfly. And a hydrangea, it appears. Okay, I've already hauled these. These were fruit ones, and I've shared a lot of these out with my friends, but I'm going to bring them to my napkin packs. And these also I've shown, and these I've shown. But in the meantime, I found the small ones. So they're pretty floral. I love the long guest towels because you can easily put them on a size 10 tag. And then these are pretty little gingham florals, and then some happy birthday balloons. And that's it for my napkin haul. I have had a lot of those, I told you. Now I'm going to get to some of my fabric. Whoops, sorry about the shaking of the camera. I hit it with this huge stack of vintage fabrics, which I now have all laundered. These are pillowcases, and then I literally cut them up. This next one I picked up, oh my gosh, it is so 1980s, but I picked it up because, well, it had zebras hiding in the bushes and tigers and leopards and stuff. But down on this one little leaf, I see a monkey. And so this is going to go to one of my friends because you know who you are. And I'm sure you're just about over getting the monkey stuff. But I just thought this was really neat. And so I cut one up. I kept one for myself because I want to do something with the zebra print. And I love the swans at the top. So I'm going to use the swan part for a friend of mine whose last name is Swan. And I'll probably cover a journal for her. Here was just a little scrap of a vintage sheet. But, you know, I'm a sucker for vintage sheets, so I just couldn't leave it. This is a sweet pillowcase. I love it. It has some butterflies and a basket full of flowers and really pretty floral floral border. So I did cut this, and I'm going to sell the other side of it, and I'm going to keep one side for myself. And then, yes, I am a sucker for those floral vintage sheets. I pick them up whenever I can. Look at this one. Oh, sorry, I shook the camera again. But I had to pick it up. I just can't leave them. Can you leave vintage sheets behind? No, I cannot. I found this baby quilt, oh my goodness, with this vintage fabric on it of funny little bear clowns and clowns. Now, am I a clown person? Absolutely not. I know there's clown lovers out there, so I will be bringing this to my live sale along with this Beatrix Potter in the garden, super adorable baby quilt. And I will be bringing that to the live sale also. I will probably just cut it up into quarters and bring it that way. I do not have a Beatrix Potter journal coming up. However, it is nice for the spring season, or if you're doing a bunny journal, it's super cute. So that is my fabric part of the haul. I hope you enjoyed everything that I brought. Like I said, this is the first one in my adventures with my sister. Now I'm going to go on and show you I hit the invitation palooza. I hit it. I got so many vintage invitations, and they are just so cute. Look at this little clown one. Am I a clown person? No, I just said that. But you know what? That and the quilt, there you go. You got the start of a journal. And I just loved the little puppy dressed up. I found these Dayspring stickers. I didn't even realize that Dayspring made a sticker, so I thought that was kind of cool to add to my Christmas stash. And then I found these, I believe these were by Ambassador Greetings, if I'm not, or American Greetings, but the happy face, very retro and very on point right now. If you've been to Dollar Tree the last few months, everything has been the happy face. Here are some really cool, like rockabilly, jukebox cards, invitation cards, fun. Here's some Christmas invitations. I did buy several of these just because they were there, and I thought I would share those out. Here's another pack. And then these happy birthday Hallmark. You know, we don't send invitations like that anymore. So when you can find them, they're fun to pick up. I loved this Christmas party with the outside winter skating theme. I loved those invitations. Here's a Bozo the Clown invitation. I think I picked up a couple of these. It's so funny because my sister and I were talking about Bozo the Clown and how my father was friends with one of the actors that played Bozo, and he used to come out to our farm when we lived in Massachusetts, and he actually bought our horse from us one of our horses when we moved. And then I found this whole roll of this very light silver colored seam binding. Oh my goodness, that was a score. Found an entire roll of it. When you can find that vintage seam binding, grab it because it crinkles. Amazing. Here's another invitation. So I did find a lot of Christmas ones that I need to add to my Christmas stash, and I'm going to share. I need to share those too. I loved these vintage home ones. It's got little strawberries on it. They're just moved cards. Super cute. And then these were some little bears. And I know some of my friends have some bear journals going, and I may have to send a few of those out in Happy Mail. Do you guys love sending out Happy Mail to your friends? These are labels, and I thought those were really neat. I am a lover of all things blue at Christmas. I love the silver blue wintry scenes. More than the red Christmas, I love celebrating the season of winter. And then I found this giant thing of vintage string. Oh my goodness. I have several others that I picked up on my trip, but I love staging with those. I will do like a cluster of them and add them to backdrops of things. Found some fun summery colored pom-poms. And then this was really neat. It was some kind of inclusion in a quilting. I don't know. I just found the paper and I saw that red, white, and blue edging, quilted edging, and I picked it up. So it's Mountain Mist, and I just thought it was really neat. You know, I love paper. But on the back, it had this daisy quilt. And you know, I'm working on that Daisy, Doris and Daisy journal. And I have been collecting things for that. I'm doing that for my personal journal for next year. And I'm just going to be kind of journaling thoughts about loved ones who have passed on in it. These are from Paper Source. They had a $10 price tag. I did not pay $10 for them. I think the $10 even got added over whatever the exorbitant price from Paper Source was. But the popsicles were really cool. I probably won't in a journal use the popsicle sticks. I'll probably make them out of cardstock, but they're just cardstock popsicles to make. And I thought those were really neat. And this was another one, which was a puppy kit. And yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool. So I did get those. I'm not going to make garlands. I'm just going to use them. Oh, I love office stamps. And this one was really neat. I think it's more for like, I don't know, maybe a teacher. It has like approval, approved, and stuff like that on it. This was a nice Clark's thread. I don't usually purchase old thread. That's not that old though. Oh my gosh. Okay, so trinkets. I am sorry that I have failed you on Trinket Tuesday the last 2 Tuesdays, but I have been traveling and with my sister and unable to do anything. But I'm getting back into my Trinket Tuesday, and I will be sharing all the trinkets that I have picked up along the way. So here's a little sneak peek of a few things that I got. Look at this thing. It is brass and it is heavy. And it's a real sheriff buckle, deputy sheriff buckle. I thought that was really a cool find. I don't know that I'll use it, but it's just neat. Here's American Tourister for travel journals. I love those. And then I found another patch, the World Series. Oh, I love patches. Love patches. And then I found a few buttons, not like I needed any, but you know, hello, it's me. I know there are other people out there that would have picked these up too, especially when you can get them at a good price. And I found this Richard Scarry 100 First Words in Spanish very interesting. It's not old. However, it's just different. I don't have it, and so I picked it up. Thought it was kind of fun. It's from the Dolly Parton Imagination books. Imagination Library, I think it's called. And that is my haul. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back soon with more goodies to show you from my trip. Bye, guys.